Today I really want to talk to you about decluttering your dreams, and even if that sounds really sad, I promise it's not. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I'm uploading videos twice a week about minimalism and sustainable living. So if you're interested in these topics, please subscribe to my channel. And now let's get started. I think decluttering your dreams is a good thing. By decluttering your dreams, I mean all the goals you have and all the dreams you have, everything you're working towards, you should declutter that as well. Even if these are not material items that take up space in your home, these are things that take up space in your mind. Because I think a lot of times you don't actually try to reach your goals, but the goals that somebody else set for you, or that you set for yourself a few years ago, but now maybe you are a different person and maybe these goals and dreams are not what you actually want to be, what you actually want to become. One thing that I have decluttered a few years ago is being able to juggle 5 clubs. When I was a teenager, I got into juggling and I learned to juggle 3 balls, then 5 balls, 3 clubs, 4 clubs, and the next step that makes sense is learning to juggle 5 clubs. And I put about, I don't know, maybe 100 hours into learning to juggle 5 clubs, and I did succeed a little bit, meaning that I could throw them up a few times, catch them again and throw them up again, but it was nowhere near where I could say I can juggle 5 clubs. And I just realized that I did not enjoy the process. I did my training, I put a lot of time to learning the skill, but I realized that it's actually not worth the time. For me, being able to juggle 5 clubs would be a nice thing, but it's not something I really want, and it's not something I'm willing to put thousands of hours into learning. One thing I decluttered recently is getting a master's degree, or just studying more to even become a doctor or whatever in the future, because I realized while trying to write my bachelor thesis that I just don't like scientific working. I do not like reading these books. I do not like stitching these things together to make it another thesis. It's just something I do not enjoy. That's something I don't see why you're doing it. Of course I get it, but that's not something I like. That's not something I'm really good at. That's not something I want to do with my time. And so I think it's just going to be enough with my bachelor's degree that I'm hopefully going to have in a few months, and I'm not going to study anymore. Maybe that changes in 10 years. Maybe I suddenly feel that I really want to read more books like that, do more scientific research or projects or studies, and maybe that will change. But for now, I really don't want to ever have to do scientific work ever again. I don't want anybody to quit their studies, and right now in our society these things are very valuable, and these things prove that you can do a certain job. So it is a good idea to get a bachelor's or master's degree. But for myself, I just realized that it's not everything, that it is not how I prove that I'm worth something, that it's not how I prove that I'm intelligent. There are so many other things than just these degrees. So I think we should not only define who we are on our education, even though it is a very important part on our well-being, because it gives us the possibility to work jobs that pay good money. What I also decluttered in the last few years is just certain pictures of myself. I wanted to be that way and this way, and I wanted to be more like that. I wanted to balance my character more. I wanted to be more, more passionate about that, more laid back about this. And even though it is maybe a good idea to work on these things, it's also not that you have to do certain things because society makes you believe that you have to be certain things, that a good person is that way and this way. And that goes for a lot of hobbies I just ditched because I realized that I didn't want to put that much time into them. And that goes for friendships as well. And that goes for everything that you realize it's not bringing you that much joy and value. And I think when you try to reach goals, it's a great thing. Set goals, dream big, but what's very, very, very important is that it can't only be about the goal. It cannot only be about the destination. You kind of have to enjoy the process, because a lot of times it's not guaranteed that you're actually going to reach the goal. It's sometimes, or a lot of times, there are a lot of uncertain things on the way. So for example, me starting this YouTube channel, going into this with the idea of making millions and getting millions of subscribers, is not what's going to make this YouTube channel a good channel. The only thing that's going to make it anything is if I enjoy doing it and if I really want to do it, not for the money and not for the views and not for the subscribers. Because if my only goal is making millions of dollars and getting 1 million subscribers, I will most certainly not reach that. Because I will not have the energy for the long way that is leading there, if it's even possible with that kind of a channel. We will see in the future. But right now, the very, very important thing is that I enjoy doing it, because I put hours a week to maintain this channel. And if I don't like it, it's not going to last. You can see it in my videos if I don't like making them, and they're not going to be successful. And even if I do everything perfectly, it would take a lot of time to get to that point of 1 million subscribers and millions of dollars. So that is not the goal. It can't be that the only thing making you do something is the goal. The journey has to be good as well. And what's very, very important as well, I think, is that you're doing it for yourself. If you're doing it for your mom, if you're doing it for society, if you're doing it to impress your friends, or if you're doing it to impress people that you don't like, it's not gonna be a good thing. I think what I'm trying to say here is make sure that the things you're going after, the things you're spending your time with, are bringing value to you, and that you're working towards your goals and not the goals of anybody else. Because that is the only thing you will be able to put all of your energy, all of your passion into. And even though we have to do things that we don't like, it's worth making sure that the main things you're working towards are things that will bring you joy and that are bringing you joy on the way there. Let me know your dreams and goals if you feel comfortable sharing these with me. And for me, my dreams and goals would be, I really want to travel the world. I really want to see so much of this beautiful planet we're living on. My other main goal is caring for the people and this planet. I think all of us should look after each other, if it is family or if it is strangers. And even though sometimes it's difficult and we don't understand each other always, and there are some things that are just very, very complicated, we should always try to be kind and work towards a planet where people, animal, and nature can be in harmony, kind of. Of course, that sounds really, maybe like a child's dream, or I don't know, but I do believe that if all of us are positive and if all of us try, we can make huge differences. And I really also believe that if we are putting our energy to the things that are very important to us, if we're putting our energy to things that will benefit us and other people, that we will be able to make this world into a better world. I really hope so. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!